So I'm here today with my August TBR, which is weird because I haven't put up my June wrap-up yet, but that's because that's like an hour long and I don't want to edit it right now, so we're filming my August TBR instead because this will be shorter and easier to edit. And I mean, it's like an hour's worth of footage and I don't want to edit that. It's just, it looks so intimidating right now. So every month I pick 4 books. One is a physical book, one is an ebook, one is a non-YA choice, and one is a book guilt book. And these 4 books are the only books that I actually like require myself to read during the month, and then I can read other stuff if I want to. But let's get started. So for my physical choice of the month, I have picked Death Comes to Pemberley by P.D. James. This is what is it? This is a murder mystery based on the characters of Pride and Prejudice, set a few years after Pride and Prejudice happens. And I was looking for Pride and Prejudice spin-offs and retellings and whatnot one day, and I came across this book and I'm like, ooh, a murder mystery set around the characters of Pride and Prejudice. This sounds interesting. So this is my physical choice of the month. To my ebook choice of the month, I have picked Unenchanted: An Unfortunate Fairy Tale by Chandra Han. This is a story about a girl who has some like kind of curse on her family, and to break it she must live out the stories of the fairy tale characters, if I remember correctly. I held this book back in February when I bought it. I believe I got it for free from the Nook store, although I might have paid like 99 cents or $1.99 for it. It wasn't a lot of money if I paid for it. Then we go on to book number 3, which is my non-YA choice, and for that I have picked Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. This is a book I have seen going around booktube like crazy, and it sounds really good to me, and it sounds kind of like, honestly this sounds like a dot hack book, and I think this is the one I'm the most excited to read. Book guilt is basically a book I have some kind of guilt about, and this book guilt choice is on this list because I was on my TBR last month and I didn't finish it, and that book is Dune by Frank Herbert. Basically, I really enjoyed this book, but then one day I'm like, I don't feel like reading Dune, I think I'm gonna read Game of Thrones. And then I read Game of Thrones instead. And this book is as massive as Game of Thrones and as dense and as eventful. So, attempting 2 books of this size in 1 month was actually kind of insane. I did manage to finish my other 3 books on my TBR, one of them about 2 hours before July ended, and so yeah, I'm like, there's no way I can finish that book and this book. I have like 400 pages, 350 pages probably left to read in this, which is like reading a novel. I am about 170 pages into it already. And I was really enjoying it, so it's not like the book was bad, which is why I then moved it to this month's TBR instead of throwing it in the wrap-up and being all like, the book was terrible. I really enjoyed it, but attempting this on Game of Thrones was insane. Because it was July. I will be back with my July wrap-up, which is weird to have your TBR up before your wrap-up, but like I said, I have an hour's worth of footage to edit, and I don't want to edit it down to under 9 minutes. So yeah, TTYL.